I chose Ohio State because of the community and just the morals and values that this team holds. I felt that I connected with them the most out of all the other schools that I was looking at. So it just felt like home to me. Gymnastics is, I've heard it everywhere where it's more mental than it is physical. And in my opinion, gymnastics is one of the most physical sports. So it's like crazy to think that there's more mental challenges than there could be physical. So that growth is necessary on both sides, because if you grow physically but don't grow mentally, it's going to be really hard for you to just put your whole self into the sport. At first, it's a lot, especially with school and balancing school, social life, just your health, sleep, all of the above. It's a lot at first, but like anything, the more you do it, you kind of get used to it. The challenge is though, like still trying to get better and not just like do the minimal stuff just to get by, because you can't do that in this sport.
The hardest thing about balancing the academics and athletics though is you have to understand your priorities. If you don't have your priorities in line, something's gonna be off, you're not gonna get enough time in the gym, or you're not gonna have good grades. So like no matter what, in the free time, it's gonna be academics no matter what. In the morning, afternoon, anytime you got, if you have homework, you need to prioritize that. When you're in the gym, you just think about the gym. Don't think about school, get your mind just like set on that and just work.
By making sure I'm physically well, it's easier for my mental health to be okay, because when my body's telling me no, you can't do this, you're in pain, you're tired, you're sluggish, and then I have to go and do gymnastics, it's one of the scariest feelings, and it's like you don't feel safe, and that's just so hard to overcome, because the sport is based off of perfection. We get judged off of perfection, so it's like when we're not perfect, it's really hard to accept that. So it's like we always are having these mind games and self-doubt, because it's like we look at our scores, we're so numbers based that it's like there's so much back and forth, and it's like hard to accept that what you're doing is good, because honestly, we can never be perfect, we're human. So it's like
this sport has such a physical and mental toll on you that it's really hard to push through. And some days, like the thing is, like with consistency with gymnastics, it's not the same. I feel like it's with like other sports, especially like each event, the consistency is different. Like one day you can feel great on pommel horse, the next day you'll feel terrible, but you won't feel like anything's different physically. So like when you have like those off days, you got to think like either, okay, it's an off day, it's okay, keep moving on. But I feel like if your mentality isn't strong in gymnastics and you have that off day, it can really bring you down. Probably the biggest thing that I've used is the sports psychologist. I'm not like afraid to say that. I have issues, I feel like everybody does, nobody's perfect. And like when you're in the gym, things will pop up, like trust me, like if you're struggling or you're stressed during school, it will affect you in the gym. There's like the connection between like the physical and the mental aspect, especially in gymnastics.
After practice, I get into this mode of, I suck, no, I'm not good, this is da da da. What they do, what my teammates, what the sports psychologists do is they're like, okay, Jaden, you're here right now, let's bring you back out of that. I'm gonna let you know that everything's all good.
I'd say mentally, I've changed a lot. Like in like high school, I probably like didn't worry about my mental as much, but like as I got to college, everything became heavier.
We make sure they get all the support they need so that the coursework doesn't suffer. I mean, that is their students first and a student athlete title, so we have to make sure that they are staying on top of that.
When they see, yeah, we're beat down, it's like, we still gotta do the work, but they're gonna support us while we do that work. They're not just gonna be like, you guys got it, finish your work. They're gonna be like, you gotta finish your work, but we're gonna help you finish that work by giving you the support, giving you whatever corrections, spotting, drills, whatever we need, they're gonna give it to us.
Like the more I smile, the happier I am. It's just how it works. So like I'll go to people that I know that make me like happier, like can make me laugh, like almost on command almost. But like when I'm in that rut, I can go to them and be like, hey, how you doing? And then we'll have like a good conversation and I'm like happy again,
Because I look back at the videos from high school and just seeing how my work ethic has changed too, it's just been so like, it's so good to see like how much positive change I've made. So it's honestly a wonderful feeling, and I can't just say I did that all on my own. this school, my team, the coaches, sports psych, they've all supported me in this journey of getting better and still getting better.